My name is Mary Moses, and I was in Hawkins Lab in the 80s. I have a heart monitor on right now because I'm 51, and I figure now is the time to kind of tell my story about being in Hawkins Lab. In Atlanta, Georgia, we lived on Beulah Heights Bible College because my stepdad was training to become a preacher. And about when I was 11 years old, he found me to be really pretty. So instead of him going to jail, they put me in Hawkins Lab where they filmed Stranger Things. But instead of it called Hawkins Lab, it was called Georgia Mental Health Institute, or GMHI. I did escape from the hospital. I made friends with a girl named Nora, and we came up with all kinds of wild ideas on how to escape. Of course, we're just kids, and no one had ever escaped from the hospital before. So we thought first, let's use a fire hydrant. Let's spray the staff members. There were fire hydrants in Hawkins Lab. And what we ultimately did was we decided that if we had an eating disorder, we could go downstairs into the cafeteria, and the door that goes out of the cafeteria is an exit door. So it took us about 3 weeks or more to pretend to have an eating disorder. But we escaped out of the doors of Hawkins Lab, and we jumped over like a very tall wall. I actually made a video where I went back to Hawkins Lab and showed you the wall that we jumped over. And we laid in kudzu under pine trees, and a helicopter was looking for us. And we took some cheese from a grocery store called Kroger, and the cheese was terrible. We tried jumping a train, and there was some really creepy things happening on the side of the railroad tracks, and it was an adventure. And why am I telling you this? I wasn't the only one in the 80s that was connected to Hawkins Lab. My cousin Alicia, where they filmed Hawkins Lab at the mall in Atlanta, Georgia, my cousin Alicia passed away right by that mall. She called her mother at 10 o'clock at night, and she was 13. She said, "Mom, will you come pick me up?" And her mom said, "No, find your own way." And anyway, she lost her life where they filmed Stranger Things at that mall. And so what I have learned in this life is how to escape other people's energy. It seems as if the reason we suffer is because we hang out with people who suffer. And so praying to Jesus, being baptized, asking to be saved, repenting, not sinning, none of those prayers actually helped me. What I learned through listening to a higher self was that we all have biofields, and our biofield can get connected to someone else, and we can start suffering their world and their reality. So no prayer will actually help us if we are connected to those people. And so the only way to release ourselves or to escape a world of suffering is to go through a series of awakenings, which leads you to a deathless death. And it's Kundalini. And it's actually numerical because the sun flips its magnetic polarity every 11 years, like the character 11. 11 had a papa. And when you put L and papa together, it makes apple. Your biofield just so happens to look like an apple. And so I teach you how to escape through not only an awakening, but an activation within you that aligns you with the language of the sun and helps you to not suffer this world and suffer physical laws, and you actually set yourself free into ethereal laws. I did it. You can do it too. I wrote a song about it. Maybe you'll like it.
My name is Mary Moses. In the 80s I was sent to Hawkins Lab like 11. Many years I spent, and before you all start believing with your furrowed eyes that a little girl at just 11 deserved that enterprise, I was 11 when a man, a preacher I called dad, found me to be too dang pretty to keep something in his past. Don't worry, this song is not about feeling sorry for my face. This song is about me escaping this godforsaken place. so mad, so mad. You can sit there with your Bible, making judgments like you do, or you can get